Good afternoon, family. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan, and I created this channel as a way to record my progress as I work towards my goal of losing 300 pounds in 3 years. If you'd like to join the family, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, click on the bell icon so you'll get alerted when I go live or post new videos. If you'd like to participate on the live discussion, you can join me most weekdays where I go live on YouTube around 4 p.m. Central Time, or outside of the live stream, you can consider joining the Discord I created or the Facebook that I've created. There are links to those down in the description below. Also down in the description below is a link to a Pinterest board. That's a great place for you guys to get some ideas of the meals that we've been enjoying as we work towards our goal of getting to a healthy weight. Today is day 849 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. I've used a combination of extended water fasting and a whole food, plant-based, salt, oil, sugar-free diet to lose over 240 pounds so far. I have a little bit over 8 months. This is coming up on the end of the month here, so I have about 8 months left to go on my challenge, and I'm looking forward to reaching a healthy weight and living the rest of my life at that healthy weight. If anybody has any non-scale victories, I'd love to hear your non-scale victories. If you are succeeding with your diet, what are you doing to succeed? If you are struggling, what is causing some of your struggles? And at the end of the day, what are some things that you are going to do that will make staying on your diet easier than the alternative? Let's switch over to the main screen here. Hello, Barbara. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It was a nice, wonderful weather over the weekend here, and I didn't take any photos of it, but I should have. I was outside and very active this weekend. I suppose that would be a non-scale victory for me, would be just being active and getting things done around the house and the yard that needed to get done. We had a bunch of cardboard boxes that had been collecting over the past few months, and also lots of sticks and twigs around the yard. So the kids and I all collected those up and burned a lot of cardboard and branches this weekend on I guess it was yesterday. It was on Sunday. We ended up doing a fire twice. We had a fire. It kind of fizzled out. We got doing some other things, and they decided they wanted to make a fire again. So we got the fire going a little bit more to burn up some more things. So yeah, that was kind of, like I said, a non-scale victory for me is just having the ability to do it and the motivation and overall just getting it done. In the past, it's something that I definitely let go, or not, let it build up to a point where it's unmanageable. And this year it was nice to get ahead of it a little bit, or get on it when the weather was nice enough to deal with it. I have a bunch of food photos from the weekend here, so we'll go ahead and do a little bit of what I ate over the weekend. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. So on Friday evening, we had some of the plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burgers, and then we had them on a bed of lettuce with some red peppers and onion, and then we drizzled a little bit of the California balsamics on it, and it was actually it was kind of fun that I tried like 4 or 5 different balsamic flavors on each different sandwich that I made. So this was just the first servings that I made of 2 of them. I made 2 more of them, but each time I tried a different one of the California balsamics. I liked them all on there. The sweet heat, the habanero was great. I was surprised. I really liked the fig flavored balsamic vinegar on there. It was just a much sweeter vinegar on it. So that was dinner on Friday evening. Then we put together the cobbler from Chef AJ's reboot. And so this is just some photos from when I was putting it together. And then here is a photo of it after it's cooked. Hello, pretty girl's mom. Happy Monday to you too. I hope you had a great weekend. Just going over some of the food here. This was Friday evening. Excuse me. More of the cobbler photos than on Saturday. Really just on our regular routine. We've been trying to stay on our food routine, I suppose, throughout the day. Hello, tennis and yoga girl. I hope you're doing wonderful. And so Saturday morning we had oatmeal and broccoli. I did not take a photo of the broccoli, but I assure you I had a 12-ounce bag of broccoli before I consumed any oatmeals. Were those burgers? Yeah, those were the plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burgers. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burgers that we had inside of the lettuce wraps there. And they were delicious. And so oatmeal on Saturday. I had broccoli before that. Tennis and your girl says your oatmeal looks so good. You think you'll make it for dinner tonight? It would be a wonderful dinner to have. I really enjoy the oatmeal with the mushrooms, onions in them. Pretty girl's mom says you like the plant-based Gabriel's 3-2-1 burgers. Yeah, we started making them actually from recommendations that you guys had given us months ago at this point. Hey, Gene, I hope you're having a great day. It was, quite a few months back now, but maybe a year ago that we started making those plant-based Gabriel burgers. And that's kind of what we go to if we're going to make that type of thing. Let's see, oatmeal. And then Saturday for my lunch or my midday meal, it's broccoli on potatoes. Pretty standard. I took a bunch of photos of that. And then for dinner on Saturday, oh, Carrie's not on here. Oh, this is the first photo. This is the dinner without the spinach in it here. I'm trying to think of what it is. So here it is with spinach in it. Carrie forgot to put spinach in it. I can't think of what it was called, but it was really good. That we had, and I feel like it might even be something that we've had in the past too, but like a red lentil chili, but it was really good. Enjoyed that for dinner on Saturday. Then Saturday evening, more cobbler. That's probably what's causing all my weight gain is all the cobbler that we're eating, or maybe it's the late night fruit. Who knows? Hey, Amy, how you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. And then yesterday, back to broccoli, more broccoli. And I went shopping the other day and was buying some other things, and then just grabbed 4 bags of broccoli just to have them. And the next day, Carrie went shopping, and I think she had 12 bags on her shopping list. And I realized that the 4 bags I had bought was really just one day of broccoli for us between the two of us with how much we're eating. Deborah says everything looks delicious. It is delicious. It's amazing. And for breakfast yesterday, oatmeal again. Oatmeal every day. This is our standard oatmeal, and I enjoy it every single day. You know, it seems like this would be repetitive, but it really is enjoyable. And since we've added like the flavoring from the Table Tasty and the California balsamics, the broccoli and things like that, there's been a variety, even though the base of the meal is the same. There's been a variety in it overall. Hey, Carrie's checking in. Hello, Carrie. Do you remember what the name of the dinner we had Saturday night was? If you're checking this out, I couldn't remember the name of it. But then back to yesterday. Oh, and then we had here, this is, I believe, a Hannah yam, or a Jersey potato without the skin on it. Carrie had purchased or got a couple of those and cooked them up, and I ate that just as it was, with no seasoning, no nothing, just that and a fork. And it was really good. It really had a kind of nice sweetness to it and a creaminess to it, and I could see it being a great that's what the deal was with this meal, is that Carrie used, instead of using a yellow sweet potato, she used I think a Jersey. Oh, this was the goulash that she made. Maybe. Would we have? No, this is the goulash. This was last night. We had goulash last night. So, but yeah, I think it was something where she was supposed to use a regular sweet potato, and she used the Jersey sweet potato in that meal that we had here. And then, anyways, back to yesterday's food, midday meal. I actually had that potato, and then I ate potatoes and broccoli for my midday meal yesterday. And then for dinner, we had a goulash that Carrie was trying out. We put it on rice. It was wonderful last night. And just to finish the weekend out, we had cobbler again all 3 nights. It was a peanut butter stew. That's what it was. The meal that we had on Saturday night. So it was a peanut butter stew that had like lentils in it. And it had a really kind of sweet peanut butter flavor to it. And it was, Carrie says it was from Plant U, is what she believes that was from. So last night we had cobbler, and then today broccoli, oatmeal, same as every other day, and then a big bowl of broccoli and potatoes for lunch today. So that was all of my meal. Amy says, do you mix applesauce with the fruit for the cobbler, or is it truly just frozen fruit and then topped with blended bananas, oats, and spices? It is just frozen fruit topped with blended bananas, oats, and spices. Yeah. We've not put applesauce in it. I bet applesauce in it would really, make it taste great. But no, it does not have any applesauce in it. It is just the bananas. You blend the bananas, you mix that in a mixing bowl with the oats and the spices, and then you put that on top of the 2 pounds of fruit. It's a pretty simple recipe. I can even do it, so it's that simple of a recipe that even I can do it. Amy says, great making it tonight. That's awesome. It is really good. It's been a nice treat to have, and we've been enjoying it. So let's see. I talked a little bit about just being out and being active this weekend, and that was really nice to just enjoy. I kind of felt like I needed to get some vitamin D, like just sitting out in a chair with the sun shining on me, really just overall felt nice this weekend. And I'm trying to think of if there was anything else that we did that was big this weekend, but I think that was about it. Was just working in the yard and doing a fire and just being more mobile and being active. Our Tiny Acre says you wish you could do that. It's been too cold here. Yeah, well, I mean, it comes in spurts. We get a day of nice weather, and then now today the cold weather's come in. So you got to take advantage of it when you can, I suppose, or that's what I felt like this weekend. And it was just nice to get some of that stuff cleaned out. and just to do a little bit of work. So the title here today, the making dietary choices that improve your health. It's kind of me also just, so I got on the scale today and I'm just not happy. The scale just keeps going up. I'm not doing anything different with my diet than I had been doing for the past 2 months, or really since November of last year, at least, where I recommitted to eating the no salt, oil, and sugar. But the scale just isn't going the direction that I want it to go. And it's frustrating because, I guess I feel like I have this diet channel where I want to show diet success. And when I'm not seeing that success, I feel like I'm failing, but in reality, I'm not failing. If I look back over the past 2 months, I'm down, probably 10 plus pounds over the past couple months. If I look back at the past year, I'm down 40-ish or 50 pounds over the past year. And so even though in the moment I feel like I am failing, overall, I'm really succeeding. And even in the short term, what I have to realize is that if the scale goes up a pound or a couple pounds in a week or over the course of a couple weeks, that I'm still eating such a healthy diet that I'm improving my overall health with the food that I'm consuming. I'm not harming my overall health. When I would eat the way I used to eat, then it would be really, each day I was worse off when I went to bed than when I woke up that morning. And now I'm reversing that. And each day when I go to bed, I'm better off than I was that morning. And it's something that I have to remind myself. I have to constantly assure myself that what I'm doing is right. And I know I can feel what I'm doing is so much, it's just, it's right compared to the things I've tried in the past. And it's right because, like, when I've had diets in the past where I wasn't able to stay on the diet and I was fighting just being able to be compliant. And this diet, I don't worry about that. I don't have that concern about whether or not I'm going to be tempted by something that is not on my diet, because I've been able to stick to my diet for such a long time. It's in the past, I would stick to a diet. I would be on it for a month or a couple months, or, however long I was able to, be perfect on the diet. And then something would come up. I would eat off plan and just, it would shake the diet up. And I would never be able to get back on track and get back into the diet. And what I've been able to do by eating a whole food plant-based diet is I've been able to get back on track when I was knocked off course. And by being able to do that over the course of time, I've done it enough that I feel confident that I don't need to go off track anymore. And that was something that for a long time, I think I was having to convince myself that the way I'm eating now is the way that I'm going to continue to eat forever. And that's what knocked me off course a lot in the past, was the idea of eating things that aren't whole food plant-based, or eating things that are still that are more processed than the foods that I eat now. And it took me getting knocked off the diet, trying those processed foods, and then getting back on to regain that confidence that I'm in control of my choices. And the experience of being able to be on my diet for the past 849 days, that just makes it stronger. That makes me more confident that I can stick with it. And when I run into these periods of times where the diet isn't doing what I want it to do, I have to rely on the fact that the diet's going to do what I want it to do. It might not do it on the timeline that I expected it to do. And it, I'm not harming myself. There's nothing that I've done over the past couple weeks that is negative towards my dietary health. Everything that I've been doing has been towards becoming a healthier version of myself. And so that's what I have to look at when I see the scale go up. I have to understand that it's something that it's just this blip in time, and when I look back over the past couple months, it's better. And a few months from now, when I'm looking back, it's just going to be a blip in time over the course of the whole diet. And so I just want to continue, or I need to continue to consistently stay on my diet. And by doing that, I'm going to consistently improve my health, because that's what it's really become now, has been about improving my health. As much as I want to get to that 219, the goal is to be healthy. And right now I feel amazingly healthy. And it's because I've done nothing but put health promoting food in my body for the last 800 days. So just know that if you're frustrated and it's, things aren't going the right way, as long as you're able to stay consistent, the weight's going to make a change. It's going to drop off. Barbara asked, am I anticipating tweaks to my food choices, quantities as my weight drops? In some ways, yes, I am. But I believe that as long as I continue to eat this way, I'm improving my health. And so the weight, I feel healthier. I feel like my internal body is healthier than somebody who is 277.4 pounds right now. So, I'm less worried about the number on the scale, or I'm becoming less worried about the number on the scale. It's still frustrating, and it's still something that I want to see that goal, and I'm going to reach my goal weight. It's just that, I think that some of that will come with time. Yeah, I anticipate I might have to adjust the volume of food that I'm eating, but right now I'm happy with what's going on. Carrie says that she feels like her clothes are a big indicator of your progress, and my clothes too. I've talked about the belt that I wear. I'm getting close to having to drill another hole in the belt to make it fit, because I'm getting down to past the smallest size on the belt. I'm wearing clothing that I didn't imagine. It's been a long time since I wore anything with the 2XL on it, and I've been able to fit into those things here in the past couple months. So it's been really nice. Gene says, review Dr. Lisle's YouTube talk about weighing yourself daily. Focus on food in groups, not the numbers. Yes, health is the goal. Barbara says you're such an inspiration. Thank you. Yeah, Gene, it really has. I mean, that was my whole mindset, was get the weight off. That was the focus from the beginning of this, was about getting down to a healthy weight, getting as far away from 520 pounds as I could get to. But I really have found that in the food that I'm eating, there's nothing that I would think would be harming my health in the food I'm eating. And I'm not eating a lot of fat in my diet either. So, and maybe I'm getting more fat now because of the fruit we're eating. I don't know if there's a lot of fat in fruit. But, uh, I'm really starting to believe kind of the fat you eat is the fat you wear. And that if I'm not eating fat, then I'm not going to be adding fat to my body. And even if I am eating fat, that fat that I'm eating is a much healthier fat than the fat that I used to eat. And uh, that's a big part of it. So much, my diet's so much different than how I used to eat, how I used to be. Um, and that's, maybe that's the consistency that's key, is that I consistently have to make different choices than I would have made 860 days ago. I have to consistently not make those bad choices and take into consideration the food that I'm putting into my body and how that food has an effect on my overall health, and I always knew I was eating junk food, but I didn't realize how much junk, that really was. And yeah. Um, Gene says that he states that glycogen stores and hydration is the source of weight changes. Yeah, I mean, um, I'm sure there's a lot of things that affect it. I think that cortisone levels affect it, like your level of stress affects it. And then hydration, I'm sure, affects it. Yeah, I mean, and again, it's gonna come off. It's gonna be gone. It's not like anything that I gain now is going to uh it's not because I made a bad choice. It's not because I did anything unhealthy. So I'm not tempted by doing it again. Like many times in the past, when I gained weight, it was because I gave in to a temptation or I ate a processed food, and I could directly relate it. That was the cause of this here. So, hey, Rebecca, I hope you had a great weekend. We're just talking about becoming healthier, I suppose, and getting healthier by the food that you're eating and not becoming sicker from the food that you're eating. And our tiny acre said the doctors told you not to eat asparagus, cauliflower, spinach, mushrooms, green peas, dried lentils, peas, and beans this weekend because of your gout. That's very annoying. Yeah, that's a huge portion of things that we eat. I think we had multiple of those things this weekend. So yeah, that's frustrating. That you're dealing with that and you're having to figure out how to um manage that. And I don't know, did you say if it did it help at all? Did not eating those things, I think you said something about uh okay, you didn't have prunes. Yeah. Okay. Um yeah, I'm curious if you did notice any difference. It seems to be helping though, so that's good. And hopefully they can figure out what might be causing the specific issue, and let you start eating some of those foods again. Um, let's see. Um, I am trying to think if I had much else. Oh, I was starting to think about something. I don't remember. Anyways, it was a great weekend, fun weekend. Lots of hanging out with the kids, which is something that I'm very thankful that I'm able to do and that I'm healthy enough to be able to do. Let's see, our 10 acres said, you told your husband if they keep taking foods off your list, you're going to become a raw foodist. Yes, you can start doing a water fast and see how that goes for you. You might notice some benefits from water fasting for a day or two. But yeah, that's rough. Um, So the weekend was good, and I think I'm going to get out of here for today. I appreciate all you guys checking out the video and the support here. I plan on being live every day this week. You said you asked the plant-based doctor and he told you to try a 3-day water fast. See, it's maybe not an awful idea, right? But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, get subscribed to the channel. If you haven't clicked on the bell icon to get alerted when I go live or post new videos, make sure you do that. If you've not liked this video, comment down below. What did you do this weekend? Did you do anything fun this weekend? And if you have not started your diet yet, get started right now. There's nothing coming up that's more important than your health and your overall well-being. Nobody reaches their goals, looks back, and wishes they would have waited. Everybody wishes they would have started sooner. So get started now. You guys will have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.